We accidentally got married. Then he handed me a contract I couldn't refuse. I never believed in destiny until the day I accidentally married a stranger. The wedding hall glowed in gold and white. Music thumped like it had a heart of its own. People laughed and danced, unaware my life was about to lose control. I stood at the back, scrolling on my phone, waiting for my best friend Lily. I wasn't the bride. I wasn't even supposed to matter. Then a strong hand grabbed my wrist. I turned. He was tall, dark-haired, calm, dangerous. Everything about him screamed control. He leaned close and whispered, "Walk with me, now." The crowd surged, the music exploded. Somehow, I was moving forward with him. The stage appeared, the priest began chanting. I whispered, "This isn't funny." He didn't answer. Garlands were placed around our necks. Cameras flashed. Flowers rained down. When the priest said, "You are now husband and wife," my heart stopped. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. But I just stood there, trapped. "Outside!" I finally shouted. "What did you just do?" He replied calmly, "It was necessary. I didn't agree to this." He said, "It's not legal yet. The paperwork comes later. You walked into my problem, now you're part of it." That night I scrolled through the photos, everyone smiling, everyone congratulating and me, beside a man I didn't know. I called Lily. Yes, I got married. By accident. I don't even know his name. The next morning, he found me. Black car. Expensive watch, same calm expression. "Come with me," he said. "Because we're married." His office was on top of a glass tower. That power lived there. Money lived there. Control lived there. He slid a folder toward me. Read the words, "Hit me marriage contract." No love, no personal questions. Publicly husband and wife. Privately strangers. 6 months. I laughed. "You're insane." He leaned forward. "You don't have a choice." So I signed. That night we moved in together. In public we held hands. At home we avoided each other's eyes. I noticed small things. The way he loosened his tie. The way his silence spoke louder than words. Slowly, my heart betrayed me. I was falling for a stranger. Weeks passed. One night I cooked dinner. "You didn't have to," he said. "I wanted to." "You should go out more," he said. "Don't let this life swallow you." "Are you pushing me away?" "I'm protecting you." I realized then, he cared, and that terrified me. One day I went to his office. The door was open. He stood close to another woman, her hand on his chest, their voices low. My world shattered. That night, I opened the contract. No emotional attachment. I had already broken the rules. The next morning, I placed divorce papers on the table. He froze. "Why?" "Because you chose someone else." "You don't know what you saw," he said. "I saw enough," I replied. Finally, he confessed. The marriage was never an accident. He had wanted me all along. The woman was his lawyer. The contract was his fear. "I loved you before I knew your name." My hands trembled. I tore the contract in half. I didn't sign up to be protected. I signed up to be loved. He stepped closer. For the first time, it wasn't a performance. It was a choice. And sometimes, the wrong beginning creates the most beautiful ending. He stepped closer, eyes softer than I had ever seen for the first time. There was no game, no control, just us. I realized that maybe, just maybe, this accident had been fate after all. He took my hand. I know the past was messy, but I want us to start fresh. No contracts, no fear. My heart raced. Could I trust him? Could I let go? I looked into his eyes. The man who had terrified me, controlled me, and confused me was also the one who had quietly protected me all along. I don't know if I can just forget everything, I whispered. He smiled faintly. We don't need to forget. We just need to choose what comes next. We walked out of his office together. The city lights reflected in his black car. Outside, the world seemed vast, but somehow, with him, I felt anchored. Days passed. Small moments became our language: coffee in silence, a shared umbrella, a smile when no one else was watching. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. He started leaving little notes for me on the fridge, in my bag, in the contract folder I had torn up. I'm here, they said. I see you. One evening, we cooked together. He laughed when I dropped a spoon. I laughed at how serious he looked while trying to flip an omelet. It was happiness. I realized I was no longer afraid. The stranger I had married by accident had become the man I wanted to know, to understand, to love. He looked at me, gently holding my hands. You don't have to decide everything now, he said. Just stay with me a little longer. I nodded, slowly, carefully, and as we stood there, hand in hand, I felt something I had never felt before. Hope. The wrong beginning had led me here, to a chance at real love.